Darlings, sunny bonani dumalakha afternoon, bon dia. Welcome to episode 53. I trust that you are enjoying your day and that it's been somewhat gentle. And for the purposes and premises of today, I thought we would just pull another card from my good old doodle deck over here, which I have personally made. And yes, just see what message wants to transpire and come through for today, shall we? So, yes, let's perhaps think of a number, any number between 1 to 117. Let's see what number pops into your head and what number pops into my head. And who knows, perhaps there will be some synchrodistant alignment. Let's see, shall we? So I just had the number 58 pop into my head. Boom, 58. Let's see what number 58 wishes to reveal to us today, shall we? So, here's number 58. As you can see, before I read it out, I'm just going to show you the fabulous little doodle at the back. Oh, they look like little spermies swimming for their lives. Or they also look like balloons that are just miniature in size and have maybe lost a little bit of their wind, you know? Interesting. So, what does the message wish to reveal to us? As Peanut makes her way here. Hello, baby. Yes, hello to the peoples. Yes, my nice. Yes, come sit here. Then the peoples can see you. Yes, come. Oh my goodness, it's my putty. This is Peanut. And I've spoken about her before, and you may have seen her luring and peeking her little head out in some of the other episodes. But yes, she pretty much follows me everywhere. So, today's message is: the light is coming back to take what the darkness stole. So shine. Shine your light. Oh, I love that message. Yes, it really resonates with me. I'm going to read it again for those who may have missed it the first time round. The light is coming back to take what the darkness stole. So shine. Shine your light. So yes, I feel a great degree of resonance in this message, especially in the hour of where we are in humanity's consciousness right now. Just think about all the noise and all the paraphernalia and all the drama and the exposés that are going on right now with files being released, documents being unraveled, videos surfacing. And I really do feel that as tumultuous and has combobulated and has upside down this world feels right now, it is truly the unveiling of all the shit that has been buried deep, deep down in the depths of the trash, you know? And I find it so fascinating and interesting because so many aspects and elements and so many celebrities and people and I guess people that we used to put up on pedestals, right, are all being seen in a different light, almost like the light is illuminating their shadow right now. And it makes me think about, well, how does this reflect in my life? Because we are, at the end of the day, as much as it pains you to potentially admit it, we are all connected in some shape, way, or form, and ultimately we are all from the divine creator. So whenever there are experiences or events happening in the world out there, I always think it's an opportunity for us to take a really, really good look at ourselves and see whatever is manifesting out there, how is it reflecting and manifesting internally within our own beingness, within our own world and our own universe and our own divine creation? And it's quite interesting, because for the last couple of years, I've really been in the depths of my shadow, a place where I felt it was so unsafe for me to even go to. Feeling like being in my shadow was such a bad thing. Like, you can't be in your shadow. Fuck no. You got to be love and light. You always got to be shining, glimmering, sparkling, and just so high vibe all the time. And I did it for a couple of years. And wow. No, guys. I've spoken about this before, but it was literally making me physically unwell. Literally. And ultimately that led to me taking a really hard, good look at myself, my surroundings, the people that I used to associate with. And please, this isn't a finger pointing exercise. It's not about that at all. I'm so grateful for those relationships and so grateful for those experiences and events, because ultimately it wouldn't have got me to where I am now unless I had journeyed down that path and into that alleyway, so to speak. So, yes, I do feel that we can only truly, at the depths of our being, connect with our authentic light, not the facade light that we are seeing crumbling before our very eyes, where lots of politicians, celebrities' names are being slandered or portrayed or made reference to all over the social media pages. I guess that's the primary place where I get my source of information. Yes, it's like the authenticity is starting to unfold, regardless of what that looks like. And I believe that it's an opportunity for us to all look at ourselves very authentically. And when we look at ourselves in an authentic light, we can't just look at ourselves on one side and then forget about the other side. No, authenticity requires you to see yourself, be with yourself, acknowledge and celebrate yourself in the totality of your essence and beingness, right? So the totality that is you is not just the love and light. It's also the rage and the envy and the anger. It's all of those parts and emotions. What we do with those feelings and emotions and how we choose to express them in this dimension is something that I would call choice. If you missed yesterday's episode about choice, check it out. But yes, I do believe we ultimately have a choice, even though sometimes it feels like we don't have a choice. And I've believed that for so many decades, millennia, we've really been suppressed, or the true authentic light has been almost overshadowed by this massive cloud that no one even knew was even there. Like this massive veil, or this massive checking sound. Yes, like this, I don't want to call it a halo, but like a fog perhaps would be a better word. Like this fog has just been hovering over humanity's consciousness. And now, for the first time in millennia, decades, we are starting to see beams of light shining and pushing its way through the smog or the fog. And when that starts to happen, because the light is now illuminating even stronger and with greater intensity, and the light starting to begin to be revealed and come to the forefront, the shadow has to step out. So just think about it. When it's a really, really sunny day, the sun will shine on something and maybe the shadow will be cast on the opposite side, right? So when the sun is shining, the shadow is really, really apparent. You can definitely see it. But when the sun is shining behind a cloud, the intensity of the light isn't as strong. So that shadow isn't as potent. You can perhaps just make the outline, but it's not as prominent and as powerful as when the light is literally shining and casting a shadow on something. So yeah, I believe that that's exactly where we are right now. The sun is beginning to shine, and those shadows are beginning to be brought into the light. So yes, it's interesting, and I love this card because it just I know that it might feel sometimes that there's no hope, or we look outside and there's just so much noise and there's just so much aspects and elements that we feel are out of our control and that we are a slave to, or that we have no choice, or that things appear to be getting worse. But yes, sometimes we need to peel back the illusion. We need to peel away that fog, clear away that cloud, so that that light can really do its work and shine on all those shadow parts, not only of others, but of ourselves. So, I would like to invite you to ask yourself the question, or perhaps contemplate upon this aspect of, where are you afraid to expose your shadow? Where do you feel it's unsafe for your shadow to be seen, heard, or felt? How do you suppress those parts of yourself? The parts that you don't want anybody to see. And if people see them, what's going to happen? You're scared you're going to lose a friendship. You're scared someone will get upset. You may be afraid of some form of confrontation. I guess my message is, don't let the fear stop you. Your authentic beingness and your authentic self requires for both parts to exist. The light and the dark. The two cannot coexist without the other. So I invite you to celebrate both aspects of yourself. If you go thinking that Mother Teresa was all just about love and light, go down some of those rabbit holes and see what some of her shadows were. Every single being on this planet has both aspects and elements of them. Where we choose to reside and where we choose to operate from is the choice we make. But just being consciously aware of the fact that we have both is the most important thing we need to acknowledge and honor. Otherwise, we walk through life thinking we are holier than thou. And we tend to pass judgment on others because, we're up here on the pedestal and everyone's just so unevolved, so unenlightened, just pieces of riffraff and shit. That thinking right there is riffraff and shit. So yes, you magical human, it's going 15 minutes on the clock, and I feel that I've shared all I felt called to share for today's session and episode. And I think I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title this episode today. Perhaps light and dark. Why not? I mean, it's so obvious, so simple. And it is the yin to the yang, the fear to the love, the sadness to the joy, the duality that is life. So, yes, an invitation for you to look at your shadow through the lens of your light so that you may step into the authenticity that is you. As always, continue to sow those seeds, allow for the flow and magic of life to find you so that you may ultimately grow, illuminate, and glow. Until tomorrow's episode, stay delicious, stay wondrous, and keep shining. Cheers.